Good morning, all. Actually, good afternoon, all. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. This is Black Dragon Biker News Network. And as always, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in from wherever it is in the world you happen to be. Forgive me for being late this afternoon. We had court this morning. Crazy. Today, Hell's Lovers, a diss to a Hell's Lovers member apparently caused a murder that hit the papers a couple days ago, and we finally were able to get a hold of it. Today on Black Dragon Biker TV, we're going to cover a shocking story where a simple act of disrespect towards the Hell's Lovers Motorcycle Club turned deadly. According to a new released affidavit, what began as a motorcycle club diss escalated into a shooting at an American Legion post, leaving one person dead in Wichita, Kansas. This story serves as yet another warning about how ego and emotion can destroy lives, and how words exchanged in the wrong place can ignite deadly consequences in the world of motorcycle clubs. We'll discuss the timeline and the details of the Hell's Lovers shooting, what the affidavit reveals about the events leading up to the American Legion killing, and why dissing another club can have deadly consequences in MC culture, and we should know that. And you should keep that in mind, especially when you've been drinking and stuff like that, and the larger implications for club diplomacy, leadership, and accountability. Plus, more in the headlines. The Gypsy Jokers Motorcycle Club leaders appeal for a new trial. 2 Oregon members serving life for the 2015 kidnapping, torture, and murder of an estranged brother are asking the Ninth Circuit Court for a second chance claiming legal errors and other things. So we'll talk about why they want another hearing, another trial. Thug Riders Motorcycle Club member sentenced. So yet another member of those 14 guys they arrested just got to sentencing. That bit of mayhem that they had when they were running around and doing all those things that they did. And I tell you guys something, when you're out there doing things, bro, and you feel like you're just free as a bird, man, they got a whole lot of cameras and people and witnesses and informants and stuff. And it might take a year or two, but it's hard to escape. It's hard to escape what they got in store for y'all. They be ready for this mayhem and BS. And as you're seeing, I think as we can all see, the mayhem and the BS, man, how is it ending up? How's it working for you? It ain't working good. We're going to talk about this and a few more things as we return in a minute and 7 seconds from this brief introduction. I want to thank you guys for being with us since 2016. Hell's Lovers diss causes murder in a Wichita club, a Wichita forum, and we'll be taking a look at that when we get right back in a minute and 7 seconds. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe to get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started the day of the intensity, revving Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for a leather vest from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. MC, we're paid his dues and he earned his stripes. From prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says kick Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Hey, little one. Hey, we got a new dog here. Look at this. We got a new dog here. Hey, little one. How you doing, huh? What's up? Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up, everybody? All right, get your big ass down. Hey, it's Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. And I'd like to introduce my co-host, as we are the only motorcycle club and biker news protocol channel to have our very own doctor in the house, Dr. Logic.
What's going on, everyone? How you doing, Black Dragon?
Oh, man. I had court this morning. It was crazy. No, I didn't have court. I had to meet with my parole officer. Georgia is something else, man.
You got to keep your pets under control.
Are you, huh? Say
You
what?
got to keep your pets under control. You want to be going? You want to be on probation?
I didn't bite anybody. The god darn dog bit him.
But they your pets.
Oh, man. Yeah. Mike Ball says, new dog. Oh, boy. It's not my dog. That's not my dog, Mike Ball. That is my neighbor's dog that he wants to leave in the car all day, every day. So she gets to come up and hang out with us and be in the Dragon's Lair while he is working on cars, man. I'm not becoming that crazy cat lady. I'm not keeping that dog. That's not my dog. Are you, Princessa? And she only speaks Spanish, by the way. You have to speak Spanish to her. Miss Tekka Stalls, what's up? All right. Here we go. How you doing, preacher? Everything all right?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's moving forward.
We got K Wayne over there in the comments. We got Goose in the background running the show. We got Mike Ball. Man, we got it all. All right, let's get over here to screen one here. Oh, shoot. Wrong thing. Let's see.
What is that?
This is the...
I heard echo.
Oh, the echo's on? Hold on. This is the thing that runs the podcast syndication. So we're podcasting as well. And that's the podcast
Oh, okay. Okay.
running thing, the thing that runs the podcast. And it has stuff over here like... Yeah, it's got stuff too. You can do all kind of stuff with this. But anyway, this is what... And then this is the thing that runs those things. This is the thing that runs the things that runs the things. We're trying to get to this. All right. This is what we really wanted right here. All right. So this is, we're going to go look at the first story. Yeah, here we go. So we're at Black Dragons. This is bikerliberty.com. If you guys didn't know of our online newspaper, this is bikerliberty.com. Biker news you can trust, the Black Dragon Biker News Network. And Motorcycle Club diss of Hell's Lovers MC leads to an American Legion killing, a shooting and a killing, an affidavit says. So so for the Black Sabbath Nation, the Hell's Lovers Wichita chapter is close to us because we have like a familiar connection over there. Way long time ago. Gosh, 30 years ago now. It's so long ago that we lost one of our esteemed vice presidents, went over to the Hell's Lovers there in Wichita. And so his name was Kid. And, you know, Kid is like a legend in the Black Sabbath Nation. And he was a full patch member, like when I was a prospect running around. He was always just so cool. So we've always looked at that chapter with great love and esteem because, you know, part of our roots and heritage are over there. So we hate to see anything negative happen to those folks. When Wichita Police, let us also introduce, let us introduce the commish, the honorable, and we're the only motorcycle club and protocol channel in the world to have our own honorable, the police commissioner, Lavish T. Williams. Honorable, sir.
Yeah.
You
What's
know,
happening?
I used to be somebody on the show, and then I went and got a doctor and a commissioner.
I'm nobody.
Yeah, me neither, man. I'm just a regular guy.
Yeah, I'm the only nobody up here. You guys are somebody's. Yeah, the show just like has taken a life of its own and everything. You guys are so big time and everything. My man boobs are going away though, I can say. Slowly but surely.
Not from that video with the noon checks.
I knew this. I knew this. When Wichita police arrived at a shooting call at the American Legion Post 273, they found, unfortunately, Daryl Buckner covered in so much blood that they believed that he was the gunshot victim. A recently released affidavit said Daryl had a large amount of blood on his clothing. The document detailing the October 9 altercation read, and I quote, "The officer asked Daryl where he was shot, but he hadn't been. The blood belonged to someone else. Inside the club at 1335 North Hydraulic, officers found 55-year-old Anthony Grayson suffering from multiple gunshot wounds and not breathing. He was taken to a hospital where, unfortunately, he was pronounced dead. A second man checked himself into a hospital later, seriously injured from the same shooting. Buckner was taken into custody at the club and later charged with first-degree murder and aggravated battery. A recently released affidavit details how a peaceful evening among friends playing dominoes and watching television ended in gunfire, leading to the death of Anthony Big Dub Grayson just after 7 p.m. on October 9th. Grayson and Buckner were playfully teasing each other over bar activities, something they normally did, the American Legion's assistant manager said. They were joined by their mutual friend, a 56-year-old man who was playing dominoes, but the conversation turned sour when Buckner said, F the Hell's Lovers, I would imagine. They said expletive. I would imagine he said, F the Hell's Lovers. Grayson, a member of the Hell's Lovers motorcycle club, then stood and shoved Buckner to the ground. The assistant manager recalled to police in the affidavit, a short wrestling match took place, the affidavit read. No punches were thrown. No one appeared injured. After the scuffle, Anthony went back to play dominoes. But Daryl, well, he went outside. The friend and assistant manager followed Buckner outside as he looked in the back seat of his black Chevy pickup, the affidavit described. Buckner tried to re-enter the club, this time armed with his gun, a Glock 22 40 cal. The assistant manager, the 56-year-old friend, and Grayson began to argue as they tried to keep Buckner from coming inside. As they scuffled near the doorway, voices rising, the men shoved and stumbled, one push setting off another like dominoes, the very game they were playing. Then the affidavit read, Buckner pointed the gun at Grayson and fired a shot. Grayson grabbed Buckner in a bear hug afterwards, the affidavit said, as the friend also reached for the gun. Buckner, the assistant manager said, kept shooting Grayson as the three fell to the ground. Bang, 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 bang. Grayson was lying on top of Buckner, and the assistant manager finally took the handgun from him. The friend, who also fell on the floor during the altercation, was shot in his shoulder and his hip. And an acquaintance drove him to the hospital where he told police, some drunk crazy guy shot me. Grayson, meanwhile, was transported to a hospital and unfortunately was pronounced dead. He had a total of 5 gunshot wounds, most to his upper body. While in police custody, the affidavit read, Buckner made several spontaneous statements, including, they tried to effing kill me, and I don't do expletive, but protect my expletive self. I didn't do probably shit, but protect my effing self. Daryl continued making statements that they jumped him and they tried to kill him, the affidavit read. He said he did not care about going to jail for protecting himself. He refused to answer yes or no questions, the document said. When police informed Buckner that Grayson had died, the affidavit reads that Buckner said, okay, well, that's not my problem. Buckner is due in court for a preliminary hearing on November 17th.
So he's not in jail? Or is he in jail?
He's doing court, so he may be in jail. So he's doing court for a preliminary hearing. He could still be in custody.
But did Oh, so they took him in custody. Okay.
Oh yeah, they arrested him and charged him with first degree attempted murder. A first degree murder? It's set up here. Recently, they said first degree murder. They set it up here somewhere. Total 5 gunshots. Oh, way up here. Is it way up here somewhere? Covered in so much blood, taken to the hospital. Yeah, taken into custody. So he was taken into custody at the club and later charged with first degree murder and aggravated battery.
Okay.
So he may or may not still be in jail. Where as a man is lying dead in Wichita, and Wichita for me is a second home. I grew up in Wichita, Kansas. Every summer, I spent every summer there of my childhood growing up with my cousins, my first cousins, and my aunt and uncle and entire family.
You grew up everywhere.
I was a military brat. Yeah, I grew up a lot of places.
So outside of you being in the military, your father was in the military?
35 years United States Army. Yes,
I had to tell my kids here. They was talking about being military brats. I said, y'all not military brats. They said, yes, we are. You was in the military. I said, no. Y'all were born after I got out the military. You're not a military brat. I say, my first 2 kids, they're military brats. They were born when me and their mother was in the military moving around.
Oh, both of y'all was in the military.
Me and my ex-wife. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did that? And I'm just curious. I'm not in the military. Y'all were married while in the military?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you move, she moves, so it wasn't no separation.
Well, it depends on how you get
depends.
married and your duty.
Yeah, because you can be separated like a mofo.
There's places where, like, if I went to a certain base and if she had a different skill set and they don't have that skill set at that base, they'll try to get you to the same base. But if they need you, you gone.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, before we was married, my ex-wife was at a missile base. And then when she found out she was pregnant, they had to PCS her because they couldn't have no kids at that base.
What's PCS? Protective custody?
Move.
No. It's a move. It means move.
Oh.
Move.
I'm only knowing in the joint you do PC.
No, they just moved her to a different base. And then if you are married and your spouse is not a military member, had to tell this other guy this. I said, don't put yourself in worldwide mobilization. I mean, I'm worldwide. What was that? The dream sheet we used to have. But anyway, there's bases that you can't take your spouse.
So PCS means permanent change of station.
I mean, if I, me being a guy, man, if I had a chick in the military, man, I'm gonna have to just throw her away to the military. I ain't got a chance.
What you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
She gonna see me every so often. She gonna see all the military dudes every day. She gonna be thrown to the wolves.
Oh, you saying if she's in the military and
if she's in the military.
Okay.
It's some nice looking military women out there, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know the women got needs too. I'm not even going up in there, thinking I don't want to even have me
the highest
chick on lockdown.
The highest divorce rate. The highest divorce rate. I'm just gonna say the Air Force. I can't talk about no other branch. Came when Desert Storm hit in the Air Force. At least at our bases was astronomical because guys were being deployed and they were married to non-military spouses, and them ladies went buck wild. That's what deployed. Come back. They come back. Husband come back.
The highest.
He did 2 tours. He did. One tour was 3 months. He's there for 6 months. Come back. Wife is pregnant. He's like, wait a minute, you wasn't pregnant when I left. Yeah, bro, it was bad, man.
So when I was in the Navy, the highest divorce rate was among submarine sailors because of the time we put out of all the military. We were the highest because of the time we put at sea. Yeah, underwater.
Man, when I was a kid and younger, and we had military people, but we didn't have all these cell phones, social media. Man, it was like you didn't see your people that went off to the military, man. Like until they almost came back. When they went to their graduation, they didn't come back to the house. They didn't come back home. You traveled to see them.
Because they didn't want to come back. They get leave.
But the ones that I knew in my area, in my neighborhood,
they didn't want to come back.
They didn't come back, man.
Yeah.
Like when they came back, it was like, man, they had already had some years in. And they were not the same person that they.
I didn't go back. I didn't go back home to New York that much. You get overseas. I took my vacations. From Greece, I went to Italy. I'm like, or go to Turkey. I don't have to always come. I know what New York looked like. I didn't know what Italy looked like. I didn't know what Germany or England looked like. So sometimes I took my leave and went up there instead of coming home.
Chris, I lived on 2nd Street, and my aunt's name was Vance. I'm from the Vance family there in Kingfisher. I know you heard of my aunt. Our house was next door to the church that my aunt Bernice and my great-great-grandmother built that church. And my great-great-grandfather was Bishop Vance, very well known there. So I don't know what you're talking about. Do you remember the theater downtown where we had to sit up in the balcony to watch movies? Come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't try that, Chris. Don't try it. That was a time when if you were African American, you had to watch the movies upstairs. Don't play with me. Don't do that. I don't even understand when somebody play with me like that. Our family house is now torn down, but the church is still there, by the way. MC Talk, please hit that like button right now. Yeah, you guys do that for me. Hit that like button right now. The highest form of respect that YouTube pays to any channel, the highest metric of whether a channel is doing good or not, is if you get those like buttons hit. So likes are free. We ask that you guys please hit that like button and help the channel out. The channel is struggling, so please help us out by hitting that like button, and we would absolutely appreciate it. You know what I mean? That would be very thankful. We'd be very thankful for that. Also, go ahead and get yourself a channel membership. We'd be very thankful if you got a channel membership. Channel memberships go to help the channel, and we need that sort of. Who is calling me on what? They call me on. They're calling me on this.
Hey, before we go to the next story, hey, Lavish, I was at a veterans event yesterday, and I met a old POW from Vietnam, Navy pilot. He served with John McCain and everything. So I came on here to show him Black Dragon. I said, if you don't know who this is, you wasn't really in the Navy.
Who, the dude that you met?
Hey, I never heard of that guy.
And he haven't heard of the guy. This guy's like an American hero. He's like a legend in the Navy and all this. And Navy guy over here don't know who he is.
I gotta do all these litmus tests with you. Like you did that thing about my nunchuck routine yesterday. Like that was crazy. That's a performance. You have to do. Like, what are you talking about? That wasn't a performance. That was a workout. You can't do it.
I can't do what?
What I did with those nunchucks.
Okay, you say so.
You can't. Anytime.
Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Anytime. You or Lavish, anytime. I didn't think so. Let's move on.
Lisa, send me an inbox. I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Melissa.
Would your church do that random baby formula giveaway? I can't believe how viral that is. I actually don't know about that viral TT. Yeah, send me if you got my that's
a viral TikTok.
Catch me on TikTok. Send me a link on Facebook. Send me a link on Facebook and I'll take a look at it. I don't think I saw that one.
Somebody said, did you see Bruce Lee with those nunchucks with the ping pong ball? And that's absolutely AI. That's not real.
Yeah, that's not real.
That would have been crazy if that was real. Anyway, we are very sorry to hear about what happened in Wichita, Kansas. I mean, it's a small place, a small town, and man, to hear about that among friends. When these this motorcycle club stuff, I mean, I guess there's certain stuff you don't say, but people, y'all got to calm down on this. I mean, somebody can say "F the Hell's Angels," and then are they expecting 500 Hell's Angels to come beat you up? Like, in certain places, if you say that, that could happen. But you gotta be like, are you gonna lose your whole freedom for that? Like, I learned that with the N-word a long time ago. It used to be if you dropped the N-word on me and you were not African American and you used the hard ER instead of the A, man, I was ready to lose my whole sense of freedom. In fact, one of my very dearest friends named Troy Johnson killed a man right here in Tucker, Georgia, about 3 or 4 blocks from here for calling him that insult. Shot him dead, shot him in the face with a 22, and then stood over him in his place of business and finished him off with a 44. And where is Troy right now? In prison forever and ever and ever. There are certain things you just got to let roll off your back like water on a duck. And somebody talked about my club. I mean, or something like that, man.
What's that old saying that Bernie Mac said in his comedy skit? Talking about something, he go to jail. He said, "Man, what you in jail for? Nothing. I ain't no punk." He said, "How long you in for? Ever?" He said he was so long he forgot that 4. I said, Bernie Mac said, "I ain't going to jail for something stupid like that."
Now, Black Dragon, the Midnight Ghost Rider. It's good to see you on here, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Black Dragon, the Midnight Ghost Rider is extremely good at nunchucks. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull up that video and start using it again. He did a video for me using nunchucks so many years ago. And I used to play that because he said, Black Dragon, the Midnight Ghost Rider, he does these nunchucks. He comes out hitting a pole. Like you said, you got to hit something. He's hitting the pole. And then next thing you know, he says, "I watch Black Dragon Biker News." And it's so cool. I used to play that all the time. I'm going to pull that up, find it, and play it again. 42 likes, 81 watching. Please hit that like button for me, folks. Please hit that like button. Okay. You guys talk while I find that. Remember this story, Lavish? Remember that story? Okay. Next story today, what we're going to do, we were going to do, what we say the next story was.
I've seen the tow truck. What was that story about?
I seen my truck. Yeah, that was you.
Oh, this is on your website?
Yeah. This is
the story
we did.
You're stealing my car and it got Lavish name on it? Oh my gosh.
This is when Lavish was on television, and he's towing a car in a suit and tie, damn near. I said, "This is how you tow car. We see you on every day. You don't be wearing this, Lavish." But
hey man, however I am at that time, the money get to talking, I get to running.
He said, "I'm getting ready to steal a car. I'm stealing this car." The next one, Gypsy Jokers. This was the one. Gypsy Jokers. Oregon. So the Oregon biker gang leader asked Ninth Circuit for a new murder trial. This was the Gypsy Jokers, and what they were asking for: 2 Oregon Motorcycle Club members serving life sentences for kidnapping, torturing, and murdering an ousted member asked the Ninth Circuit panel on Friday for another chance at trial. And so, yeah, we need a new trial. Yeah. One of them argued that his brain injury made him unable to form the intent required for a conviction. Not that I didn't kill him, but my brain condition didn't allow me to have the intent that you require to convict me. Our position is that the defense should have been given the opportunity to create reasonable doubt, particularly in a case where the defendant faces a mandatory life sentence that the district court said it would not have imposed had it had a choice, argued Elizabeth Daly with the Federal Public Defender's Office. So he's got the public defender arguing hard for him. That's really cool, the public defender arguing like that for you. Daly represents Chad Erickson, a member of the Gypsy Joker Outlaw Motorcycle Club. At least they didn't say gang here. A group the government has described as a ruthless and violent gang. Oh, yes, they did say it. Joining the appeal is Mark Dinklau, who served as the president of the club's Portland chapter from 2003 until his arrest in 2018. That guy served a long time as the president. And in 2015, the body of an estranged club member, Mr. Robert Huggins, was found badly beaten in the fields in Southwest Washington. That's terrible when your own club goes after you like that. Huggins, known in the club as Bagger, was kicked out after he was accused of stealing from the club and breaking its rules. And that's one of the things that will get you hurt. That'll get your ass whooped. That'll get you killed, stealing from the club, messing with a club brother's woman, things like that. The government said Dinklau and other club members kidnapped Huggins and tortured him for several hours on a rural property owned by a former club member known as Dagwood. Erickson met club members at a gas station and showed them to the property, where some witnesses testified that he joined the attack. Prosecutors said the murder was in revenge for Huggins reportedly tying up and robbing Dinklau's girlfriend at gunpoint earlier in the summer. Oh, I do remember covering that story. So he kidnapped and tied up and robbed the one club brother's girlfriend. Both Dinklau and Erickson were convicted by a jury in 2021 for charges of murder and kidnapping connected to racketeering and conspiracy to commit kidnapping resulting in death. Dinklau was also convicted for his involvement in racketeering conspiracy. Before the Ninth Circuit, Erickson argued that the lower court wrongly excluded expert testimony about his cognitive deficit due to a traumatic brain injury he sustained from an IED explosion he experienced while deployed in Iraq. So he got blown up from an IED. He suffered TBI, traumatic brain injury, and this, he says, was part of his inability to form the intent necessarily to be found guilty of murder. That exclusion, and so they excluded that in his trial. They wouldn't let him bring that up as a defense. So his appeal is saying that exclusion hindered the jury from considering the theory that he was operating at a diminished capacity, Daley asserted. The jury could take in that information, and it could find that based on that information, he didn't have knowledge about Huggins' kidnapping, and therefore when he went to the Arco gas station and led the others to Dagwood's, he did not intend to facilitate the kidnapping, Daley argued. At trial that's why you got to have good lawyers, man. At trial in the lower court, U.S. District Judge Michael Mosman, a George W. Bush appointee, determined that the relevance of the psychiatric evidence was minimal at best. But you can't decide that, man. You got to put all the stuff out there. And there was a substantial possibility it would be misused to mislead or confuse the jury. Well, bro, you got to have faith in the jury. You can't just be like, oh, that's going to mislead them. You can't present your evidence. So that's what this appeal is about. But Daley argued that the evidence would show that Erickson's brain injury prevented him from putting the pieces together, as it were, that Huggins had been violently abducted and that he was participating in the crime. And I suppose that's a fair argument to make if you've got a brain injury. The expert testimony would have supported a reasonable jury in thinking that Mr. Erickson's brain did not reach those same deductions, inferences, Daley said. As for Dinklau, attorney Lori Grasser argued that he wasn't the one who conceived of the torture plan or issued the fatal blow to Huggins. Grasser said that fell on a member of an associated club, Tyler Pribernow, a sadistic individual whose history of extreme violence wasn't permitted to be probed by the defense at trial. Well, they just limited the hell out of these people. Pribernow agreed to cooperate with the government, of course. So he agrees to cooperate with the government, but they won't allow the defense to probe his very violent background. This sounds like a setup to me. Pibernow agreed to cooperate with the government, allowing him to plead guilty to a single count of RICO conspiracy. He was sentenced to more than 11 years in prison in 2022, but he did not get the big old lifetime in prison for participating in the murder because he turned state's evidence. The jury could have come off with a false impression that he did an excellent job in the military and everything was fine until he got involved with the Gypsy Jokers and then became this violent sadist, Chrysler said. And that is misleading. She also argued that describing the club as a gang prejudiced the defendants. Yes, that's a good argument as well. But the government sees it differently. First, it argued that Mossman properly rejected Erickson's bid to include expert testimony. That's the judge. This isn't a fraud case about some little detail in a 100-page document from 3 years ago, said Justice Department Sangeeta Rao. Erickson knew the victim, Huggins. Rao said Erickson had a history with Huggins and had beaten him up the year prior. Plus, he knew that the club was on the hunt for Huggins. His memory problems didn't prevent him from knowing what was going on, Rao said. She likewise rejected the notion that the situation was too fast-paced for Erickson to keep up with, arguing that it had been building for months and the actual violence took place over hours. He knew about the violent gang ethos, where disrespect of any kind, on any kind, you get beat up when you're a Gypsy Joker, Rao said. Erickson argued that the jury's deliberation, which took 4 days, and the questions the jury submitted to the court about when one must decide to join a conspiracy allowed the court to infer that the jury was considering Erickson's mental state. U.S. District Judge Millen Smith, a George W. Bush appointee, noted that there was a significant amount of testimony implicating Erickson. This was a brutal, horrible, nasty thing based upon the nature of this gang, Smith said. How do you get around the overwhelming evidence aspect of this? Well, Your Honor, it was a club, not a gang, Daley responded. And I would say, I don't want to join this club. Let me just say, Smith retorted. Daley argued that the witness testimony didn't corroborate that Erickson had participated in the torture. I think there are serious reasons why the jury might have reasonable doubt, which is all that's required here. Reasonable doubt, Daley said. The Ninth Circuit panel, which also included Barack Obama-appointed U.S. Circuit Judge Jacqueline Gwynne and U.S. Circuit Judge Holly Thomason, a Joe Biden appointee, did not indicate when it would rule. So that's what's going on there, man. It is true that he was killed, and nobody is saying that they weren't there. Nobody's saying that they didn't participate. They're just saying I wasn't the one that murdered him, and the other guy says I couldn't have formed the proper intent to kill him to be found guilty of killing him. So anything. Lavish is not stealing a car. He is borrowing it and forgot where he got it from. I think Lavish knows because they be coming wanting their car back. And oh boy, be like, I need to listen, Lavish. How the hell do you get your car? When you tell somebody you got to have the registration, how do I get my damn registration if I don't have my car? And if I don't have the money to get registration, what happens if I need my registration to get my car, but I don't have the money to get my registration?
You need some type of proof of ownership.
Oh, that's it. You don't have to have the registration.
You know, you have your title.
Okay.
You know, a valid registration. Sometimes, you know, some people have it in their car. It depends on the impound yard, the person that you're dealing with. Sometimes they'll send somebody out to get it. Sometimes they'll charge you to go out and get it.
And which one do you do at your tow yard?
Me, I'm really just about the money, man. Listen, I'm trying to make it as easy and convenient as you can make it, as I can make it. Whatever you need to do, I'm here. I just want to get paid for the job. That's just me. You have other impound yards. They want to give everybody a hard time. I don't want to give you a hard time. After I got your car, my job is done. I got your car. I just want to get the money. That's it. Pay me and it's all good. You got some people want to give everybody a hard time, harass them, make them go through hoops and hurdles for, you know, the smallest thing. Listen, if you can prove that it's your car and you telling me that, hey man, the paperwork is in the car. Listen, where is that, man? As a matter of fact, come back here and I'll let you go get it. That's all you can get. I just want you to come and go. That's
I
it.
just need all my personal belongings out. I need my weapons. I need my my money I have in there. I need all my stuff, bro. That's
Well,
all.
now when you start going through all that, a lot of impound yards don't want you to do that because you get people that come in there, they get everything out of their car and ditch the car.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
abandon the car. No, because now you're making it more paperwork. You got more paperwork we got to do. Now we got to go through all this process stuff where if you want to dump the car, we don't have a problem with it, but let us know and sign over the title. That eliminates a lot of the extra stuff that we have to do. Sign over the title and
Just let
it's
me
not
get
a
my
problem.
stuff out the car, man, or it's not going to be good for nobody in here.
Well, it ain't never worked out great for the customer, you know, at any of these impound yards. I done watched them. They never worked out for the customers, man. Not when it came down to that. You know, you got the shop guys in the back, they coming around, and you got the people from the counter. You know, you're going to be pretty outnumbered.
So you got to show up with your boys then. You never had nobody show up with their boys?
You know, because you got some impound yards, they only talk to the person who is the registered owner.
Got
You
it,
can't
man.
even
They
come
got
inside.
you. They got it, man. They got everything, the glass, everything. They got you. They got you, bro. I'm just gonna wait for one of y'all suckers to pull out and catch y'all out there in them streets, bro.
I mean, you can catch them, but you know these tow truck drivers, they are armed. And they ready. They looking for a reason. They doing their job. You came harassing me.
Oh my goodness. All right, young man. You say you ready. You ready for what's going on out there.
Yeah.
Somebody says the paychecks of the judge, prosecutor, and defender all bear the same signature. The public defender works for the same bunch that's trying to jack you up, and they can't be trusted. Well, if you broke, that's all you got. When you broke, you ain't got nobody to trust but them. And hope to God they can. I don't even know if you can fire them. I want a different one. We got a few guys out there.
Fire what? A public defender?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. What do you do if you fire one?
I want another public defender.
Really? Lavish?
You said what now?
Can you fire the public defender?
Yeah. I mean, you got the right to fire the public defender and hire your own lawyer.
There you go.
If you can't afford one will be appointed to you. You don't have to.
Yeah, one will be appointed to you.
Yeah, one will be appointed to you.
Yeah, one. If you don't like them.
And it depends on the case, man. I mean, there's so many different loopholes and tricks and trades of a public defender versus a paid lawyer. I just had a guy I was on the phone with 2 days ago, and we were talking about a Fed case, and you know, he's like, I'm not worried about getting a lawyer right now. And I said, "You not?" And he's like, "No. If the feds want me, they got to prove that they want me." And I'm like, I'm going more into depth without saying too much about him per se. But he said, "No, I'm not going to spend no money on a lawyer right now because I'm going to be spending money on a lawyer that's going to charge me to do all of this reading and all this paperwork. If they really got something on me, I'm going to let the public defender let me know what they have on me. Then I'm go to my lawyer. So I'm not spending all this unnecessary money with my lawyer to do all this stuff. If they got something on me, they got something on me. And then I'm going to find out what it is. But until they have something on me, I'm not going to even bother with my lawyer." And I said, "Oh, wow."
Wow.
I mean, you listen, and these guys, they know how to navigate me.
Right,
I don't live that stuff no more. I don't even want to be in that. I don't want to have that conversation about, man, a lawyer, unless it's about business. I don't even want to have a conversation with me.
Wow. Of this last story,
hold on before you jump to the last. You talking about moving forward to a new story?
No, I'm talking about the one that we're just talking about. Somebody had said that they remembered the amount that he was accused of stealing. I think Ghost Eagle said the amount he remembered them stealing was $20,000. If I remember right, it was a lot of money. Ghost Eagle said, if I remember, it was almost $20K that was stolen. So that's kind of what led to the very negative stuff. He went to a Club Brothers house allegedly, and tied up his woman and stole his money and all that stuff. It was ugly. And he paid for that, allegedly, with his life.
So here's a question that I gotta ask, and this it might sound funny, me asking because I just don't know. You pronounce that state Oregon?
That's how I pronounce it, Oregon.
And I'm listening to you because it was always told to me Oregon, and I just want to make sure that it wasn't just taught wrong over here. You heard it both. Okay.
I've heard Oregon and Oregon. And from where I'm from, they say Oregon. But I've also heard it pronounced Oregon. So let's go to the dictionary. Look, you know what? We're not the first to look this up. So Oregon pronunciation. Oregon. I don't know. Let's see. Look at that. It's Oregon. There is no. It's Oregon. Oregon.
Hit the mic. I mean, hit the speaker.
I just wanted to see it first. Okay, here we go. Action.
Oregon.
I was right.
Well, it wasn't a right or wrong. I just asked a question.
Oregon.
How you pronounce it? Because over here we always heard it as Oregon.
Well, here's how they pronounce it.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon.
There you go.
Oregon.
And then we'll do it fast.
Oregon.
That's how I always heard it.
Oh.
That's how I always heard it in my life. Well, preacher, I got one.
I don't know what he got.
I got one, preacher. I got one.
Who you got one on?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who he got one on?
Because I hadn't said a word. I
don't care.
didn't say a word.
I don't care about you haters. I got
that doesn't count.
Listen, you go to two different places. You go to the East Coast versus the West Coast, and you take one word and you got two different people pronounce the same word a different way. I just want to know.
But I've heard it pronounced both ways. Yes. Anyway, next story. Can we go to the next story now?
One.
Right.
Don't hate on me.
He won look. He won a competition that he was the only one in.
Right.
Hey, I didn't know we were racing. I didn't know we were racing. Here we go. Thug Riders. That man. Them 14 guys they're going away one at a time, man. But they're putting them down, bro. This is going on. Those guys that were up in Ohio doing all the things that they were accused of doing, nobody is getting out of being sentenced. So here's yet another one in Dayton, Ohio, another member of the local motorcycle gang, they say. The Thug Riders Motorcycle Club has learned his sentence on Wednesday, October 29th. Matthew Hawk has been sentenced to 3 years in prison for his involvement with the motorcycle club, which faces allegations including murder, arson, assault, and extortion. He pled guilty to 2 charges back in April: assault with a deadly weapon and serious bodily injury. Hawkins is one of 14 men who were arrested on June in 2024, and is the third to be sentenced. Earlier this year, Michael Seth Henry, they call Brutal, and from Virginia, was sentenced to 2.5 years, and Joseph M. Rader, they call Delta, from Richmond, Kentucky, was sentenced to 15 months. And then there's all these other guys that have also pleaded guilty. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those guys, 32, 28, 29, and 37, all young guys. The other members facing charges in the United States of America versus Robles et al. And et al. I think means like in company or something. So they're this guy 26, this guy 36, 44, 37, 45, and 49. A guy they call Storm and Norman. There's Juan the Man, Chaos, King Joe, Be Easy, and Roadrunner. So stay tuned to find out more about those guys. But they are dismantling that crew piece by piece, person by person. And that's what's going on in your local news today. Hey, we need more likes, please. Please hit that like button. We need more likes, please. Hit that like button. And maybe you should donate to our
Maybe
cause.
you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money.
We would absolutely appreciate any donation you guys could give.
You done
to
yet?
the cause.
I think he wants to say something.
No, I'm just asking, were you done yet with playing with your buttons?
Yes. I'm finished.
Okay.
He's just mad because that raggedy studio you have over there doesn't have any buttons. So I understand.
Listen, man. Hey, I'm fine with it.
You know, you got Steve Klein laughing. I don't know why.
You do what?
I don't know why.
What? You say what?
I said Steve Klein is laughing. I don't know why.
Mm.
Do you know why, Richard?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, that's all I have. You guys got anything?
No, I ain't got nothing, man. You know, one of my first things I'm gonna do, man, at the top of the year, man, I'm gonna have to get this M&P 15 AR pistol, man. I know that's pretty random, but
Yeah, that was pretty random.
I didn't have my eye on it for about a year and a half. Man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and execute and get
How
it.
much they want for it? They can't want more than like maybe $1,000 for it.
It's at 916.
Yeah, man. Spend that
You can build your own.
$900.
You know you can build your own.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, man. You know, I'm not into it like that, but out of the ones that I done touched, I just like the way that one felt.
You can build your own pretty cheap for about.
Yeah, the guys that I'm around, you know, they into it a little bit deeper. Oh man, I got this new trigger. Oh, I had bought this new and swapped out this brace, and I changed my spring, and I took this scope off, and I put this one on. And
I talked to my because both the other members of my ministry, they both teach people guns. When my SA has his own security company, we was talking about grains of bullets, and they said, I like how they do, man. It's like, do you think if you ever had to actually shoot somebody with your handgun, that they're gonna say, "Oh man, you shot me with a 147 grain bullet
instead of 150 grain,
instead of 124?" I said, it don't matter.
They be having those conversations too, man, about the grades. Oh man, I don't use range bullets.
If you're not gonna be able to be in a sniper, and you're doing it for self-defense, up close and personal, it doesn't matter. Long as it don't explode in your hand.
No, you asked the right person. Oh, it mattered because I done got people tell, oh man, you buy those cheap bullets, man. I mean, oh man, you got to get the right ones. Them ain't it, man. I don't buy that brand.
I don't use range bullets out of the range. All that.
Yeah,
I got something to tell you, Lavish. Something I found out. My SA sent it to me. He don't ride a Harley, but he sent me this video about, you know what the Cush drive is?
No.
Okay. A Cush drive is thing that it's a sponge like thing that goes on your back wheel of.
Oh yeah. When you take off the hub, it goes.
And he says, I watched it. He sent me a video. He said, the guy in the video saying, Harley likes to put some of them cheap parts on it. He said this thing. He said sometimes we go change people back tires out, and this thing's all ripped up and this, that, and the other. And they were just selling. This company was just selling.
Talking about that green thing.
Yeah.
I seen that. So what happened? I had a bike, and I couldn't figure out why I got this wobble. And I'm like, man, I done changed everything. I put the little stabilizer bar on the from the frame to the transmission. I changed this, I changed that, I changed everything on that bike that had to do with anything that could possibly cause a wobble. Well, the last time I went to go change my tire, and got the wobble out, it was because I changed that little rubber,
That little it's called
a
a
little
cush
rubber
drive.
thing that goes inside between,
Mhm.
in the
But
wheel. I changed that,
but
and I didn't have a wobble anymore. The
but
guys
only
I
a
know,
raggedy ass motorcycle needs a cush drive to absorb the vibration from the engine that's going to the drive. Like
I'm
that's
pretty
cool,
sure
but
your
concrete rear wheel.
motorcycle got something to that effect. Something.
No, no, we don't
Okay.
have raggedy
he doesn't know, but I
issues.
know that some of the
I do
people that
know.
got
What you talking about?
the green one that replaced it, they said
That ain't on my motorcycle, and it wasn't
that
on my gold one.
it rode kind of rougher.
Oh, when they got the new one in there?
Yeah. Now I don't know the truth because these are the people that ride, like pay attention to everything, the
Right.
proper adjustments. These are the highway riders that's oh man, I got these legend springs and shocks and stuff. So I just put the stock stuff back on there and I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem with it, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just saw that, and I haven't, of course, I haven't looked at mine. So, because I wasn't around when they changed the back tire.
Bro. Well, guess you got to have something to spend money on. You know, HT stands for $100. Everything is 100 better.
Yeah,
100,
and
100.
This thing only costs about $45.
boat stands for break out another 1,000.
Anyway, hey, let's get you guys out of here. Thank you guys for coming on this afternoon with me. I know you were both busy, and thank you for taking the time out to be on the show. I really appreciate both of you more than you know. All right, Commish.
All right, man.
And you okay, Logic? Cool.
I'm good, man.
All right, Commish. You're out. The honorable.
Man.
What is
It's
this?
cool.
The wonderful average.
Yeah, man. I changed that last
It
week.
should
See
be
how
the
much you
honorable.
pay. You
It
see
should
how
be-
much you pay attention, man. You don't pay attention to lavish like that, man.
Okay,
But
thank you.
listen, man, y'all be easy out there. Take care, man. Just take care. I'm gonna take care over here. Oh, listen, let me tell you this, Black Dragon. Last night I got a call. Somebody must have tipped somebody off, man. Somebody must have told them that I was on I was on the prowl. I get a phone call last night. I say, Lavish. They say, yeah, man, I see it. It's parked out here, man. I say, all right, anything in the front, anything in the back? They like, no, it's ready. It's ready. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way.
And you took somebody's car.
No, I didn't. So I said, hold on. Where is it at? That's what I asked. That's what I asked early on. And they said, well, here's the thing. Because I was wondering why they didn't just go get it.
Here's the thing.
They say, well, it's in the projects though. So I'm like, hold on, man. It's in the projects. So I say, so is it in the projects? Is sitting or what? He like, no, they drive it like every day. They drive it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, so I got to go in the projects at night. And it's a car that they drive. It's a vehicle they drive every day. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see. I got a car that I'm building over here. I need all the money that I can get. So I get over there. I slide through the back way. I'm coming around and I look. And they got that vehicle blocked in real good. The guy was like, man, it wasn't like that last night, man. It wasn't like that. I'm telling you, it was available. And then earlier when I came by, I seen it was like, yeah, this is gonna be a quick one. I'm like, no, they got somebody must have do the way they had these cars angled and blocked up in this project, man. They had it where if I got to the front, I couldn't even move up to bag it out of the project. They got it where if I move forward, it's a gate right there, so I can't go over the grass. They got it if I go over to the left and cut real hard. They got a car cocked, and then in front on the other side of the car, they got a big cinder, one of those 3-4 foot concrete blocks right there. I said, oh, all I could do was laugh at it. I said, oh yeah. They knew somebody was coming. I said, what the problem was, they knew that you and y'all people wasn't gonna come out there.
Yeah.
somebody must have told him.
Lavish is coming.
Talking like, yeah, they gonna send this other guy out because that's what happens. They say, yeah, we're gonna send this other guy out. I don't always be the other guy. I'm always the other guy because I look at it as I gotta get it because I got shit to do. I got bills to pay. I need the money. So whatever happens, hey, I'm going in. And I thought that was funny. That they had it blocked, man. They made sure I wasn't able to get it.
You'll be back.
No, I'll definitely be back. I don't have to get it at the house. I mean, I can get it while they go into a gas station. I don't really need a lot of time.
I've been seeing these videos lately of people trying to drive their car off of the thing once it's in the air.
Yeah, they be trying to do that. I mean, I see it on the internet, man. I mean, I see people like Detroit. They want their car, but they ain't about to fuck their car up either. They ain't about to try to drive off and rip their bumper off. But I'm not giving them that kind of time either.
I saw a guy jump in the back of it while the truck was pulling off, man, and he just, oh boy, was snatching it through the streets, and he was reversing it, and it just looked horrible. Like they was tearing up everything, the tow truck, and they were slamming in the cars on the way down the road. It was just like, it was horrible. Who's got to pay for that? If you knock out 3 or 4 cars, who pays for that, Lavish?
Well, I'm not knocking out any cars, but I guess it's going to become hopefully you got it on camera, you got a dash cam in, but the people going to have to pay for it, even though they're going to try to blame it on the tow company and go after the tow company's insurance.
Yeah. Someone asked, did you train with someone? How'd you learn how to do your tow stuff? You must have trained with somebody for a while.
No, well, that's like kind of a 2-part question. I was involved in a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff I was self-taught. I figured it all out. And then when I properly learned the proper way of doing actual towing, I had a guy, and it was real cool, man. Because when I was doing it the improper way, that was fine because it was about, just doing it the improper way. And then when I had somebody show me the proper way, man, it was a guy. And I had the trucks. I had my own trucks. And I told a company that I didn't know I needed a job. I needed a job. I didn't know how to tow a car, none of that kind of crap, blah, 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 which I wasn't that great at towing, but I had the money to finance my trucks, to have my trucks. And a guy taught me, man, how to tow recovery tows. And he was a clean guy who didn't like to get dirty. So he actually took the time out to show me how to tow certain cars and how to, have a certain aura about yourself. Like, you ain't got to be out here getting all dirty and looking like these other guys are dirty and stuff, man. And I just took what he told me and I added on to it and, made it look even cooler. But yeah, I had a guy who kind of showed me
towing cars look cool.
Oh yeah, you can make it look cool, man. You can make it look cool. It makes a difference. You see a guy out there looking like a grease monkey, laying all on the ground and all that kind of stuff. People watching, and then you get a guy come up, clean clothes, clean truck. He doesn't get dirty. That's because you know the cars. You can study the cars. You know, hey, this car gets hooked up here. All you gotta do is sit right here. You don't have to look. You know exactly where everything is at. So
you don't get any cleaner than this right here. Oh, that's about as clean as it gets. Lavish clean as a mofo right here, bro.
No, because you don't have to get dirty towing, man. I mean, especially doing the kind of stuff I'm doing.
Even the tow truck looks good.
Hey, I got a car wash, man. It got to be clean. And I mean, you got like me, I drive a wrecker, man. You're a wrecker driver, man. Flatbed drivers are cool, but wrecker drivers, we talk about flatbed drivers. I drive them both, but you got more jokes on the flatbed driver, especially if you're driving heavy.
Well, we appreciate you, man. Thank you. Lavish T. Williams. Commissioner Lavish T. Williams, soon to be.
I done met some heartless repo guys. I met some guys that'll come up, knock on your door, say, "Hey, I'm so and so and so and so. I got an order to repo your car. I know this is an inconvenience with you." I was like, "Dang, bro, he all nice, hey, man. Okay, just."
Yeah, because at that point, he's really just trying to get the key from you, man, to make his
exactly,
job
and that's what he asked. And that's what he asked. He said, it wasn't my car though, but he said, if you're gonna get the car back, it'd be best to give us the key because they're gonna charge you. I forgot how much he said, but they're gonna charge you X amount more money if you don't give the key.
No, that's just they just want the key to make the job easy.
Yeah,
that's
what he said. I'm just repeating.
Yeah, I say a lot of stuff.
True or not?
I say a lot of stuff. I just need the car with less issues and problems. He's already in the driveway in front of the house. He already got the car hooked up. You're at a disadvantage. What can you do? All he can do is notify you and let you know, hey, man, your car ain't stolen. I got the car. Here's your paperwork right here. Order a repossession.
You can run out there and jump in your car and
it's already strapped
here
up,
in Texas, man. Here in Texas, if they on your property, you can make them drop the car. They can't come on your property. If it's on public streets, but they cannot. They're not allowed to come on you. If you call the cops gonna make them drop your car.
They're not supposed to, but who's gonna stop you?
The police, because they don't.
They got to get there. That's what I'm saying. Who's gonna stop you? You got to get there. I'm not trying to talk. I don't care about your key. I got your car. I'm out. Unless there's some work I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lie. That happened.
Well, no, let me go back. Hold on. Let me go back and reiterate on that statement. It's up to the officer's discretion if they make you drop the car or not. Sometimes the officers say, hey, it ain't nothing we can do. That's a civil thing, and they don't want to get involved with that crap. You know, sometimes the officer, depending on the situation and the tow guy, being an asshole, the cop might tell the, hey, drop the car. But most of the time, you got the car hooked up. You got this repo order right here. What the hell you doing there that long for the police to come anyway?
Well, I'm telling you, we came out. This tow was at a church. The church let out. This tow truck driver was coming there. They're on the church property. They already had the car up. The church people surrounded the truck. No, the people just got out the church. They surrounded the truck, said, y'all ain't going nowhere with this car, blah, blah, blah. Cops were called. We in the hood. Cops came.
I had that happen, and I kept driving through the people. Listen, man, I ain't got time for all that stuff. Y'all trying to be
he's just gonna run your behind over, bro.
I mean, let me say, the police came and told them.
The police came and told them, like you said, it's a civil thing. He said, but you are on private property.
I've seen tow truck drivers 1,000 times. I ain't never seen one drop the car back down just because somebody said so. I ain't never seen that. I can only
tell you what I saw. I'm not up there. I'm not in Georgia. I'm not in Detroit. I'm down here.
No, I've seen stuff. I've seen that happen a couple times, but the tow driver just didn't stand on business. I done seen it because I done sat back like, you did what? Oh no, I ain't about to do all that. So I done seen it. You got like the casino. Like when I go to the casinos, or when I go to like the plants, the big three.
Okay.
When I go in there, the security, they be on you quickly. They be because they don't want you to tow off of their property.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to protect. So when you go into certain places, you really just got to be fast, man. You got to know where the hell you going, where the car at. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good guy, if you're a good person, that you like your craft, you're probably just going to walk up there to the car. You're going to walk up there to the car, and then you're going to walk back knowing what you're going to do in your movement. And you're going to zoom in, let that wheel down, grab it, and take off, man.
I don't see. Well, when he talking about fast, I don't see him. Unfortunately, my son got his. Unfortunately, my son got his taken out of the driveway. I went for cardio walk. Came back. My son said, "Daddy, you got my car? Now, how would I have your car?" I said, "No. Why would I have your car?" I said, you need to call the police, man. See, I said, you call the police, they'll let you know if somebody stole it or I said, did you pay your bill?
Man,
if you didn't pay your bill, I can tell you where your car at.
That be the thing. And then now you got these license plate readers, man. You can have your car. You can be in California, New York, Jersey. It don't matter. You can be on vacation and you got these license plate readers that scan that plate once they get
so they can they can get it anywhere like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The repo game done changed. They don't just ride past your house like they used to no more. They waste all their time.
They done got AI,
gas.
Black Dragon. They got like them flock cameras, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like that. It's just mobile, man. You see these little K cars riding through apartment complex.
Can't you buy one of those? Like, do you get paid for, like, there's a person who find the car and tell you where it is? Don't they get paid? Like, you could buy one of those and just drive around the city with it.
No. You can't buy one of those, man. You can't buy any. If that's the case, anybody can do it. No, you have to have a special license to buy it.
Okay, I missed it. To buy what?
This license plate reader.
Why couldn't you buy a license plate reader and put them 4 things up on your car and just drive around the city? And then when your car reports a car, you get paid something, don't you?
Well, let me ask you 2 things. Let me say 2 things on what you just asked. Well, Black Dragon, let me see you go buy one, for one, and let me know how that works out. And then 2, if you have one that you done bought, tell me how are you going to have it programmed to a system? Let me ask you that. I just want to know what system are you going to be, plugged into or, connected with. So back to what I was saying.
Only tow truck companies can have those? No,
so that's almost borderline private investigator stuff. When legal terms, it's private, like a private investigation stuff, man. That's the verbiage on it.
You know what?
You gotta be licensed.
What? Here you go, right here. Don't play with me out here.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, you can. Okay. Question: can you buy a license plate reader to find wanted cars? Answer: yes, you can buy a license plate reader cameras for private use, but they do not have direct access to law enforcement databases for finding wanted cars.
That was the second question that Lavish asked. He says, if you get it, how you going to get it hooked up to a system?
But they primarily provide evidence and data for your own records or to share with law enforcement for investigations. However, there are companies that sell these cameras, like Flock Safety.
Is the Flock,
that allow you to share data with local law enforcement, who can then use their official databases to identify wanted vehicles. So there's a way to do it.
So you won't get the information. So you still won't know if
you just got some cameras that you can't do shit with. Right. So back to what I was saying, man. You can go to any state nowadays, man, and you have these companies that ride around with their spotters, man. And when they get a hit, and some of the trucks itself got the systems on the truck, man. So you can ride through a grocery store, parking lot, whatever. You can get a hit on that. You can leave out the parking lot, send over the information, wait on you to get a response back, and you go pick that car up right there.
How do they know where these things are? Somebody is telling your company where to go get the car that's not.
No, man, you don't listen, man. I just said that they ride around. I don't know if you'd be listening. What you got? You got your headphones on. You got spotters that drive around in these little cake cars. I said that already. I don't know what you don't be hearing. And they ride around.
Do they have license plate readers?
Yes. How else do they know that shit?
Okay, so how do you get in on that?
How do who get in on that?
How do I get in that business?
You don't. You leave that to the professionals.
You
probably couldn't even afford the insurance that it costs, man.
And somebody can afford it. They're affording it. There's got to be a way to get into the license plate reader business.
If that's the way, man, everybody will be doing it, man. I'm trying to tell you.
How do you get into the license plate reader business? Man, somebody just fired 2 bullets outside. I heard it, dogs. I heard it. No, don't go out there. Let's look at the camera first. Hell no. Y'all come back from that door.
We gotta roll, man. We've been on here an hour and 15 minutes.
And Everybody's doing business as usual out there. Nobody seems worried. Yeah. Okay. Well, how do you get into the license plate reading business?
You become a private investigator. Become Magnum PI.
You're right. Private security.
I know I'm right. I mean, I did. This is part of my job.
You know, listen, man.
Why wouldn't I be right?
Hey, y'all, this your boy Lodge over here. Keep it logical.
Okay, hold on. Let's get
Whatever
you
y'all
out.
do.
Let's get
Y'all
you
have
out.
a great week. The brother got to go back to work. It's 1:15 in the afternoon here in the DFW area. Love y'all for what's that link? Hey, I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I understand you're a tow truck driver here. You know, no problem, no harm done.
What are you doing?
You know, I was the one to respond to that. So y'all have a great week. I gotta go back to work. I gotta eat me some lunch. Black Dragon, lavish. Keep it rolling. Keep it pushing. Black Dragon, keep your dogs under control. Y'all, when you're on your twos, ride hard, ride safe, and always ride on faith. And keep it logical.
Boy, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What's up, Princessa?
All right, man. I'm out of here, man. You go play with your dogs, man, and do all that other stuff, man.
Appreciate
I'm out of here. Yes, sir.
Princessa, come here, baby. No, you can come too. Everybody can come. All dogs can come. Come here, Princessa. Come here. Did you get a bath? Somebody gave you a bath. Come here. Oh, sweet thing. Hey, come here, Brute. Come here, Tank. Hey, y'all take care. This is Princessa. Somebody gave you a bath. Hey, come on, Tank. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, Brutus. What's up with you? Hey, listen, I'm not keeping you. You're not my dog. You understand? That ass is going back to your owner. I swear to God. All right. I'm out. Peace. As soon as I find the right button. I am not keeping this dog. That's the bottom line.